So after much searching, I managed to get hold of a stereo copy of the American version of Rubber Soul on vinyl. And I thought this was the original mix that came out in the 60s, but I see this Apple label, which makes me wonder if there was some mix in the 70s. I'm sure this dates back from the 70s or early 80s. I'm not sure when. Anyway, the American version of Rubber Soul was very influential to American bands, but the thing was, it wasn't the same as the British one. Drive My Car, Nowhere Man, Think for Yourself, and What Goes On were not on this album at all. And I had a couple of songs from Help on it. So, let's go through the tracks. It starts off with I've Just Seen a Face from Help. And that's followed by Norwegian Wood, This Bird Has Flown. And then the next track is You Won't See Me. And that's followed by Think for Yourself. And then The Word. And finally, Michelle. And that's all of side one. So let's turn this over and look at side two, which looks like this. It starts off with a track from Help. It's Only Love. And that's followed by Girl. And then I'm Looking Through You. And then In My Life. Next track is Wait. And the final track, Run for Your Life. Now, these, as I said, the three of the hardest rocking songs on this album, on the British version, were not on this album. And a lot of people thought this had sort of a country folk feel to it, and if What's Gonna have been included, they would have thought that even more so. But this is what they got instead. And so all these American bands, they heard this. It was very much influenced their sound. I wonder how differently it would have been influenced if they'd heard the British version. Who knows? I know that Nowhere Man came out on a single along with What Goes On. So they did hear that, just not on this album. And that was several months after this came out. So I got this, I took it home and listened to it. And then I played the version that I had downloaded from Apple Music. I made myself a list, it's sort of a combination. It's the tracks from the Red album, the recent tracks, the redone version of many of the songs on here, except Think for Yourself I got from the remixed on the Yellow Submarine soundtrack. Not the original one, but the second one that was made. I don't remember that song from that movie. And the rest of the tracks came from the US Beatles albums on CD, which are not the original mix. I think they might be the 2009 mix. So I listened to those and compared to this LP, and you wouldn't believe how much better the LP sounds. They revamped download versions sounded really good before I got this album, and now to have it, I realize how hollow it sounds compared to this. So you might want to check this out.